Okay, everybody, there's Bruno. I'm Mike, and as I stated in my previous video, I'm going to be building a stand for the new bench grinder that I acquired. Um, Bruno enjoys laying in the sun and watching out the door. He does not like being in the basement. So let's go down to the laboratory and see what kind of trouble I can get into today. Okay, here we are down in the laboratory. I got my piece of wood right here that I'm going to use to put this on top of here. I did take some of the rails, got some stock to kind of give us some support for the legs. Going to go ahead and try and remove some of the staples for these tags here. What's nice about these spindles also is that they have a center. Once I get it unwrapped, I'll show you that. Ah! Well, you stubborn monkey. Looks like I gotta get a different tip for these. There we go. Oop. Boy, this is just going well. Being a little stubborn. See if I can get underneath of one of these already damaged chisels without blowing it into my hand. Ah, you stubborn monkey. Alright. When all else fails, grab some dikes. Right? Oh, for the love of Pete. Whoever Pete is. Okay. See, sometimes I don't film all this because, as most of you know, the struggle is real. Pardon me. Well, maybe I should have just... Well. I cannot believe this. Oh, dang shoulder. There we go. Okay. Got that taken care of. I want to keep these handy, who knows. Alrighty. I'll go. Excuse me. Okay. So, what's nice about these is that on both sides, on both ends, see if I can get this into the shot for you, there is a center that's marked off for that, which is great. So I'll take my dimensions here, transfer that here, and mark off my center on here, and that way I can make sure that we get the legs on each end. So tape measure. It looks like they're. Ew, boy, I should have worn my glasses. An inch and 5/8. So that center comes out. About 13/16. So inch and 5/8. Or could we just transfer that? Let me see something. Let's see if we can decide on what's going to be a top and a bottom. Okay, we got 7 3/8 and 6 9/16. So I think I'm going to make that the larger one, the bottom. All right. So here's our top. Shift. See if I can move you around here a little bit so you can see what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and transfer. It's not going to give me an accurate mark. Pokey thing. Yeah, there we go. Should probably use a pencil. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Maybe I just kind of marked that wrong, huh? Let's do it this way, because this will probably be the top. And we can mark this, because this is going to get sanded down anyway. Because then that way we can drill down without worrying about any rip out, instead of being on the rip out on the top here. Makes sense. Let's try that. Like I said, don't necessarily, since both ends are still square, necessarily probably have the skills that I need. But like I said, if you ain't tinkering, you ain't learning. You're not learning. Good. And the reason I'm doing it this way is that this way I'll know where the legs are going to stand. And we can come with the screw down through and actually hit our center point of the post and not have to worry about being off center or coming in at an angle or anything like that. So when the idea gets into your head, then you're able to picture it in your head how it's going to look. So now I just got my square, which this will be another cleanup, but for all intents and purposes, I can use it for a straight edge to center in my center hole. Now do that on all four corners. Like I said, I'm not by any means a carpenter. My kudos go out to those that can actually do this. I don't have much experience with it or making sure the stuff always lines up. If you've seen in my previous videos, the skills that I had used for the wagon were pretty much just making sure everything was straight and making sure that you get out of your comfort zone. You ain't gonna know if you don't try. And if you try, then that's how you learn. All right, so pencil, and handy, convenient. All right, get back in your little slot there, buddy. Or am I going the wrong way? Am I coming in the wrong way? Well, now I gotta fix my square. There we go. Okay. Now there's a rhyme and reason to that. And we figured it out. Okay. So, as you can see, I'll get you into the shot here. I've got my X's marked and all four corners. Okay. So now I'm going to take just a small punch and put that in the center. And be my drill guide. Ah, you stubborn monkey. I run into a lot of stubborn monkeys. Should probably have a zoo. That's funny. It reminds me of where we grew up. We had a city park. Grew up in the Quad Cities, which is like right where Davenport, Moline, that area. And they used to have a city park back when I was a kid that had a like petting zoo. And they had a little feature called Monkey Island. And they had all these little monkeys and stuff in an enclosure. And then, so yeah, you can go to the park and watch them do whatever monkey stuff they do. And then they had like a little petting zoo, and they called it Mother Goose Land or Mother Goose Park. Yeah, no longer there anymore. But yeah, you could go on like little burro rides around there, and feed goats and all sorts of stuff. And then they had like a little gold mine thing, sluice, where you could kind of pan for gold. But yeah, that's kind of neat. I mean, they don't have that kind of stuff for kids anymore. They do have zoos, but yeah. So anyway, I digress. Let me get the drill set up, and we'll go ahead and drill our holes, and be right back. Okay, I've got an 1/8 inch bit in my drill. I'm going to be using these kind of deck screws for attaching the legs to this here. Then, once we get our guide holes done, then probably sand this down and then go ahead and start staining on the spindles. I haven't really decided how I'm going to do that, but once I decide, I'll show you guys how that looks, and we will continue on. Okay, so as you can see, I've got my holes drilled out as such, and the pencil marks come off once I sand this down, because I want to try and get everything as uniform in color so that all the stain, when it's applied, kind of looks even. So yeah, just some trimming up on some edges, but I won't bore you with the sanding or the stain, but we are making some progress, and possibly in our next video we will continue on. Actually, if we could probably drill that out too. Let's go ahead and I'll back you up a little bit. Okay. Double, make sure we got the right end that we want to use. Here. And that's the 7. And that's the 6 and 9/16. Okay. We could probably, oh, pretty close. Now, how to make sure, well, I guess I can hold it like so. Well, that isn't going to be exactly conducive. I have to lay this on the ground, butt it up against there, and then drill it. Not quite sure. Let me give a pondering on this. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and install the legs. Looks like and see how that looks, and then we'll go ahead and continue on. I plan on putting these pieces on the bottom for bracing, kind of keep it, some, I guess, structure to it. And get it put together before I stain it and sand it, or sand it and stain it. Like I said, this is kind of a learning process for me, so I'm finding out what works and what won't work. So once I get the other legs installed, I will go ahead and show you what it looks like. Okay, well, that's what she looks like, folks. That's how that's going to stand on there. I think that would be probably a good work height. It's up to just a hair below my belt line. But when you figure that the surface is going to be probably 3.5 inches up, the wheels will be about right here. So I think that would probably be a really good height. I'm going to go ahead and make my bracings for the bottom. Just kind of box that off on the bottom, I guess. But yeah, I think that's going to look pretty cool when it's all stained and done. I'm going to do a little sanding on the top here. Probably decide on what I'm going to do for my stain. And basically, all I'm going to do is take these pieces and, might even have to go to the lumber yard and see about, getting something a little more structurally sound. I wonder if I got any remnants of pallet wood and maybe use that to make it a little bit stronger. Maybe I'll run by and see if I can pick up a small pallet and tear it down like I did for Bruno's wagon for the wood, and see if maybe I don't even have anything out in the garage itself in the little small scrap pile that I do have. I think what, putting something across the bottom there and then something across the top, to give it a little more structure and a little more support, because the vibration probably from the grinder is probably going to make it want to, wobble loose. And but yeah, I think that would make a neat little stand for the grinder. So as soon as I further progress with the bottom, I won't bore you with that, but that's about kind of what I was thinking of, going about doing. I don't know if you guys got any suggestions for the stain. I do have some dark mahogany, but this will be kind of this color too once I get this old finish off of there that was treated with, and try and match it all up so that the wood's all the same kind of tint before applying the stain. But yeah, thanks for watching. I know there's probably going to be some that'll probably say, well, you should have done this, you should have done that. I'm learning. So please be patient and don't be too cruel. So with that, I'm going to keep tinkering. Hope you keep tinkering. And we'll probably go check on Bruno and see if he's laying in the sun. Thanks for watching. Again, please like and subscribe. And thank you for those who do comment. I appreciate it. They're greatly appreciated. And keep on learning.